Welcome to Love Yourself, the podcast where we break down the reasons why you aren't losing weight and help you discover confidence, self-worth, and resilience all along the way. Weight loss isn't a knowledge problem, it's a thinking problem, and I'm here to show you how to lose weight with your brain, not another diet plan. So as you listen, notice what resonates with you, and if something clicks or you want to go deeper, I would love for you to book a call with me right after the episode. Welcome to episode 250 of the Love Yourself Thin with Dara Thomason. This episode is quite the milestone. It is a huge celebration, and it truly is a symbol of relief, calm, and wonder. Every night before I go to bed, as I'm laying in bed, I should say, I just thank my body for everything that is done. I thank my body for being kind and patient as I was so mean for so long. I thank my past self for doing the emotional work so that in my current body, I feel better than I ever have. And so this episode, I wanted to talk about what do we need to quit in order to have success. Recently, I spoke with one of the members and we were having a one-on-one conversation. And she said this thing that just struck me. She said, I have quit so many things in my life. And I am so happy I didn't quit in this program. She has really struggled with her weight. Quite an amazing story. She has lost over 100 pounds and still has about 150 to go. It's just been amazing to watch how much hope she has. When she first started, she wouldn't put on her video. And now she is involved. Her microphone broke on her computer and she went and got a new one because it was so important to her to have these conversations, to have this connection. And so as she said those words, I've really been pondering on what are the things that we must quit in order to have success. I wrote this poem and I wanted to read it to you. And then we're going to talk about 3 main ideas on how to know what to quit and what to replace with that, because there's always going to be a void. So as I read this poem, I want you to think about what has been your experience and how can you implement this for you. I quit. I quit believing that I came here to prove myself. I came here with my worth, whole, loved, complete. I quit believing that a number gets to decide my value, that the scale is some kind of judge or God or moral compass. I quit believing I have to be better to be enough. Quit chasing a future version of me who is finally allowed to rest. I quit believing I am almost worthy, almost lovable, almost complete. I quit believing willpower is the cure and self-criticism is the path. That shrinking myself, my body, my hunger, my needs would somehow make me free. When I finally quit trying to fix myself, I finally get to love myself. All of me, not later, not when conditions are met, not when the body changes, no more deals, no more punishment, no more waiting to arrive. When I accept that I am already full, whole. Food no longer has a job. It doesn't have to fill emptiness. It doesn't have to quiet the ache of not enough. It doesn't have to prove anything for me. And when I learn this truth, I am 100% complete. The weight begins to loosen its grip. Mentally, physically, spiritually. This is my work. This is where my energy goes. Not into fighting myself, but into coming home. So as you listen to that poem, I want you to think about what would it mean for you to know inside of you that your worth is 100% and that all of these old thoughts and old patterns, you can just do away with them. Recently, I was helping my son. He was feeling really bad about some of the basketball that was going on, and he was really being mean to himself. Every time you have that thought, you're putting an extra brick in that backpack. Every time you're playing and you say, I'm such a loser, or why did I miss that? Or I should know better. He got it. He understood it. The more that we can be aware of how much it impacts us, the more success we can have. Now, I want you to think about what we're really quitting. So I want to think about quitting as an act of devotion, not discipline. We don't quit because we're giving up. We quit because we finally understand what costs too much energy to carry. So these are the things we're quitting. I quit believing I need to prove myself to deserve what I want. I quit using struggle as evidence that I'm doing it wrong. I quit confusing self-criticism with growth. I quit thinking worth is earned through effort, perfection, or sacrifice. I quit believing my body is a problem to solve. I quit believing happiness comes after I arrive. There's this excellent quote by Ardith Cat. We came to this earth with our worth, not to prove it. And the moment we stop proving that energy, that joy, you think about that little kid who's like, I don't know how to do this, but I'm just going to do it. So the second thing I want you to think about is, what is the real currency in life? We could say love, but I want to offer this idea of energy. Energy is the real currency. This is where weight loss goals, growth, and desire all come together. When your goals are fueled by proving, they're heavy. When your goals are fueled by love, they're clean. Proving drains our energy. And what do? We go for food that's a quick fix that never actually fixes. Acceptance creates energy. Self-trust restores momentum. So right now I'm working on this goal and it feels so hard. And I just have to keep bringing myself back and reminding myself, I know how to solve problems. I know how to figure this out. I am eventually going to get this. I am going to figure this out. It's going to work. I remember I went on a walk with my husband the other day and I said, I used to think about getting married and I thought, that's going to be impossible. How am I ever going to get married? Right? It felt so unrealistic. And now I've been married 25 years this year. Proving drains energy. Acceptance creates energy. Self-trust restores momentum. The most exhausting thing I ever did was trying to become worthy through my goals. Right? Think about the difference of working towards a goal and constantly beating yourself up. That was terrible. That's that perfectionism mentality, right? Of you taking your failures personally versus those failures of, now I know what doesn't work. I'm getting closer all the time. The most freeing thing I ever did was getting my goals to be desires, not evidence. When I decided to lose weight for the last time, I said to myself, okay, I am not going to count calories. I am not going to track steps. I am not going to rely on exercise. I am going to rely on my emotions. I'm going to rely on basic science. And that's what I'm going to do. All right. And it happened. And it's not only happened, but it's happening. It's been since 2018. And it's amazing. I'm 10 pounds less now than I was when I got married. The next part is that life will always be, in order to have balance, and we talk about growth is going to feel uncomfortable. Just like the butterfly, it kind of had to go into mush and then reformulate. Even us as humans, to learn to walk, we fell down lots, but that helped build the muscle. When I work with my clients, I say, it's not going to be a walk in the park, right? It's not this quick fix. But as we go through it, you're going to have more delayed gratification and build more confidence. You're going to start learning how to feel like you. A life you love still is going to have disappointment. A body you respect still has hard days. Growth still stretches. Desire still brings vulnerability. Freedom isn't avoiding the 50-50. Freedom is knowing pain doesn't mean you're failing. And then I wanted to guide us through this exercise. So I want you to pause. The first step is the quit list. I want you to write a list called I quit. Not things you're ashamed of, but beliefs that drain your energy. What am I still trying to prove? Where am I earning love instead of receiving it? What am I carrying that no longer fits who I'm becoming? This is not about fixing yourself. It's about putting those heavy bags down. It's like my son, right? Stop putting the bricks in the backpack. Okay, the next step. So you've made your quit list. Now this is the desire list. Write down what I want, and what you want matters because you matter. Not what's practical, but what you desire. These are the questions. How do I want to feel in my body? How do I want my days to feel? What kind of relationship do I want with food, work, love, or rest? Desire is actually the path. It's like the map to having our true life. Now, step 3, the plan without proving. This is where freedom gets integrated, not abandoned. Now, we plan as someone who is already whole, right? Remember, we're already 100% worthy. You might say you're allowed to want results without making your worth conditional on them. You're allowed to work towards goals without using pain as fuel. Ask yourself, what actions would I take if I already trusted myself? And how would I move if love was the baseline? So this is like celebration. Do you love the balloons behind me? So this is that moment where these are some of the things that you can say to yourself. This is freedom, not because everything will be easy, but because none of my effort has to hurt anymore. I'm not asking me to earn this. I'm learning. I'm handing this to me. Okay? So I want to end this episode with this absolute joy. Episode 250 isn't a finish line. I feel like I'm just getting started. It's a moment where we stop dragging ourselves forward and start walking with ourselves instead. We quit what drains us. We choose what we desire. And we let growth be human. That's the celebration. So, again, what are you going to quit? What are you going to let yourself desire? How are you going to get it? And not have to worry about the how, but just taking one step and then the other step. If you want help with this inside my membership, this is the kind of work we do. I just can't believe 250 every single week. I have not missed a single week. I am so thrilled that you're here. Leave your comments, message me on Instagram, share this with your friends. We all need to learn that our life is beautiful and whole. We never have to prove ourselves to anyone. And the more that we can believe that, the more that we can embrace that, you will create incredible, amazing things. And it's not just for you. The ripple effect of an amazing woman, an amazing life, has so much far-reaching, you don't even know it. Do this work for yourself. You are your best investment. Take care, everyone. As you're leaving this episode, I want you to take a moment and notice what stood out for you. What did you learn about yourself? What felt true? And where are you ready to start thinking differently? Remember, this work isn't about doing more. It's about understanding how your brain is working right now and learning how to shift it in a way that's always going to support you. And you don't have to do that alone. If you're ready to stop second-guessing yourself, stop feeling stuck, and start creating real momentum in your life, I would love to help you. You can book a call with me and we'll look at what's really going on for you and what your next step can be. I can't wait to talk to you.